Hey guys, still here and welcome to Transport Fever 2, episode 14, where I have just discovered the shadow side of using 1 hour long episodes. You see, I have already recorded the episode, or sort of. I have talked for an hour, recording a video, and that's usually the episode. What I did during the episode was, among other things, deploy another line between Utrecht and Amstelveen. It was just a line. It was using the same infrastructure, but considering that there's an extra platform, I thought I'd be clever. And I thought I'd just remove the train tracks from here and switch those to this platform and allow this platform to be tied in with the existing tracks heading to Amstelveen. That way, I could set up the train line to use this platform and people wouldn't all still be clogging this side. What happened was that I deleted this track and the game crashed. And with the game crash, the video file immediately became corrupted because my recording software did not know how to handle that. So there goes an hour-long episode. Then, at the start of the retry, and this is the third attempt, at the start of the retry, I immediately proceeded to delete this track, and the game immediately crashed. So I'm not sure what is going on with this piece of track, but it seemed jinxed. And I am not going to touch that, for one. So I think that the situation in Utrecht here with the line which is heading back towards Woerden-Harmelen is set in stone. Because it's not something I can or, at this point especially, want to adjust. What I had planned to do in this episode is do a lot of adjusting and upgrading of the existing lines. But I found that it wasn't really that efficient. Sure enough, you can do some upgrading, you can put some faster vehicles in motion, and I'm just talking about the trains in this case, but there is not that much of a difference, so it doesn't really matter too much. What I want to focus on instead is getting the most profitable lines to be even more profitable, and this road vehicle line is still really quite profitable at 280,000 a year. It's not as profitable as some of the other lines, unfortunately. The most profitable line is the one from Utrecht to Schiedam. 2 trains, 1.3 million. And we also have the Roermond grain alcohol food line. This one's bringing in 500,000. So let's have a look at this one instead. And what sort of vehicles are running there, most importantly. Yeah, see, there's still horse-drawn carriages. Not necessarily bad, because as indicated, they do bring in money. However, they could be faster. If I bring the tarpaulins in, they can transport 7 at a speed of 40, which is an immediate double upgrade. It means that everything is just going to get transported faster. There seems to be an abundance of resources still stored here at 118. So I can probably make this line a lot more profitable. And with that, let's see, I'd be transporting more alcohol here and more food towards Weert, among other things. I think I'm not using nearly as much of this plant as I could. I could also start providing these 3 towns with interconnectivity and food. At least Valkenswaard and Helmond. So, all of these are going to get an upgrade. That'll be expensive, but it'll be worth it. It's 4.3 million for 52 vehicles. Let's hope the game doesn't immediately proceed to crash. No, it does seem fine. Vehicles are speeding up to 40 kilometers per hour. Although I'm still seeing some of the older ones, and that's this short, let's say, support line. And I also want to upgrade those also to the tarpaulins. So that's one of my most profitable lines that is pretty easy to upgrade. Then there is the other line, which is transporting a good bit of material, and that's the Nunspeet Amsterdam food shipping line. I hadn't expected this thing to be making about 400k a year, but it's getting quite close to that. And yet, it still doesn't have enough capacity, because there's 269 units of food waiting. There's also 49 passengers, but the passengers, I believe, are not really bringing in most of the money. Although I want to keep the line open in case passengers want to travel from the ship from the port in Amsterdam back towards Nunspeet. What I can do over here is set up a specific line just for the ships, and to make sure that the ships only pick up the food. But I really don't want to. I just want to keep these lines going. Sure enough, on the way back they might not run very profitable. But, well, so be it. What I could also do to make sure that they will potentially run more profitable is add either a bus or a train line from Harderwijk, Nunspeet towards Apeldoorn. Fairly sizable town, 142. 255, 256, so this is 500 people, adds another 140. And maybe even tie in Barneveld as well. So I could have a line going from Barneveld to, let's say, here in the middle. And then from here towards the terminal there. And from here towards Apeldoorn. So let's start with that, as that is currently the cheapest thing to do. And then we'll wait until the cash comes in. And I can start to upgrade the stuff further. Now the line that's going to Barneveld here. This is the Veenendaal-Ede-Wageningen to Barneveld. It's an older bus, but it still runs. I can just extend this line to a position somewhere outside of Barneveld. And just make sure that the terminal or the, let's say, the larger platform where I want to get to. Let's make that a bus station instead. I'm going to have one line here, one line here, one line here. Or, hold on. Yeah, because I don't know where people want to go. I was considering making a line from here to there. Maybe, however, I could make the line from here, from Veenendaal-Ede-Wageningen, through Barneveld to Apeldoorn. So we're going to have one big bus line here, and one bus line heading that way. Yeah, let's go for that. Streets. Medium country road. At this point that's enough, because the buses really aren't that quick. And I can probably use the existing road, which is heading towards the coasts. So this road can be extended to here and then to there. On this slot, I want to have my transit point. So this is where people can transition from one line to the other. Make that a long one. I don't need a bus or I don't need an electrified station. It's really not required. Rotate it a bit. Second exit. I'm not sure if they're going to use it though. Well, one of them might. One of them might. Hold on, this needs to be a 4 station, not a 2. It needs to be a 4. It needs to be bigger. Oh, here's a thought. Since I'm experimenting anyway, I'm going to deploy it manually. I'm going to make it a building that has only one stop. Not there. I want it on the other side. I want to have all these things in a row. One of them is going to be coming in from here and needs to transition back. There need to be 3 platforms. That's the key thing here. One of them is going to be coming in from here. Can I do that there? No. Alright, from here. Then streets to there. And to there. That's going to be the Barneveld bus. After station 2... Whoops, that's the vehicles. Manage line. After station 2, I want you to hit this one. And then I want you to go back here. Done. Alright. I got a bit of cash, so let's replace the vehicles with the faster models. That is, if I have faster models. Are these the fastest that I have? Yeah, they are the fastest that I have. Okay, the Gaggenau C40 is still the best buses around. Very well. What happens here is that they drive in, and not really out the way that I'd hoped. So be it. Make that terminal 1. So they're going to go in like that and out the other way. Over here, I'm going to have buses coming in from this way and traveling out that way. And I'm going to have buses traveling in this way and traveling out that way. That's the plan. So I'll need 2 passenger stops here. And I don't have a line that connects everything here yet. So one starts here. Hello. Non-spade sidings. Once enough, thank you. And then you're going to transit to here. And then you're going to transit to a station that has yet to be built. 2 bus stops here. And 1 here. And I think that covers almost the entirety of Apeldoorn. Apeldoorn West. Westerkerk. Achter de Noorderkerk. Westerkerk again. Apeldoorn, Apeldoorn West. Yeah, see, they're using the same terminal. I don't want that. I want you to be there. I was hoping that they'd sort themselves out and go the other way. But unfortunately they don't. Oh well, so be it. How should we call this line? This is Nunspeet to, let's say, APE, Apeldoorn. It's a bus line. I have a road depot, so all I really need to do is add a couple of buses and we're good to go. That is this one here. Right, so that brings Apeldoorn into the fold and connects Barneveld to Harderwijk and Nunspeet, allowing travel from these areas here towards this side by ship, if the people want that. No guarantee they're going to take me up on it, but at least I want to be offering the opportunity to do so. What we have running over here are the older vehicles. This is the Nunspeet grain/food line. Let's upgrade those, because we do have the new ones available, and those are the Benz tarpaulins. Everything upgraded. And then here we also have the older vehicles. Replace with the Benz tarpaulins. Right. More shipping. The ship that I have available... Oh, actually, I could just add one line. One ship that can only pick up food. So just a cargo liner. This one accepts all. I need something that only accepts food. Or, yeah, food. Currently I'm running Klondikes. The Schaffhausen has 2 compartments, so that would be 65 food and 65 people. Max. This is 100. Not right. Not exactly what I'd hoped. Because I can only, if I use the manager, set up where I want to go, I think. Yeah, I cannot do this on a vehicle-by-vehicle basis. I have to do it on a line basis. So I can say, okay, you're going to go here, you're going to go there, you're going to go pick up this stuff and these people, but I don't want them to pick up the people, I just want to pick up the food. And I cannot do that unless I have a dedicated cargo ship, and only a cargo ship. So if it is only picking up cargo, I could do it. Otherwise, I can't. And the problem is I don't have any dedicated cargo ships yet. Well, the only one being the Vandal, with a capacity of 130. I could upgrade all of them to the Schaffhausen, which gets me a small increase in speed, but also more capacity, from 110 to 130. Price is also going up, though. I don't need the capacity upgrade. The thing is, I could adjust the line to only have food, but the problem with that upgrade would be that, sure enough, I could do it, but the line back would be empty. And that's what I don't want. How many people do you have on? 19 and 55 food. See, the line itself is more or less profitable. It really depends on when they're going and how many people they bring back. See, this thing is going to drop off for, I think, 250, something like that. Because overall the finances are relatively okay. But I think... Actually, maybe just shipping food would be better. Thinking about it now, there's always going to be food, but there's not always going to be passengers. And, yeah, there's just 6 passengers here. Alright, food shipping. Adjust. Manage line. That means that the station 3 is going to be out. And Nunspeet stop 2 is going to be out. Right. Just food. Oh, crap. Where's my food? Hello? I didn't mean to delete all the food. Ah, crap. I deleted the wrong one. There goes 270 food. Manage line. Number 2 is wrong. Number 2 should be here. Haarlem East. The other Haarlem East. So now I should be seeing food here again. Once the vehicles drop it off. Like that. Yeah, there. It's already piling on. It's just going to take a bit more time before everything stacks up again. Terminals here. They're all using their own platforms, so that's good. And we got a couple of people already eager to travel on that new line. What I still haven't seen any of the towns generate, unfortunately, is mail. Some of the buildings, see residential buildings, they want mail. The cargo buildings, no, not the cargo buildings, the commercial buildings are supposed to generate it. But they're not doing it. Probably because I'm running 2 mods which might be interfering with each other. So normally I would have mail, which I could then get sorted over here to a sorting center. And that turns unsorted mail into sorted mail, which I can then drop off. So this is the icon that I can find on the map. You can see them here. There's one, there's another, here's one. What I don't find is... Yeah, see, there's no supplier. There's a bunch of consumers, but there's no suppliers. So unfortunately, transporting mail, not going to happen. And it probably won't happen for a long time. Turn around. You're traveling empty. You're also traveling empty. And you're traveling empty. Well, that's great. Okay, what other already profitable lines can I upgrade? Holy crap, look at that. I just upgraded these with new vehicles and they jumped to bringing in 1.8 million a year. That's what happens when you transport more at a higher speed. That is really impressive. Okay. So that should mean that I can now definitely move forward with providing additional towns with food. On the way back, I can bring food to about here. And then I can ship it to Lommel and to Genk. So, new cargo platform. I'm going to need 2 platforms on the left, 1 on the right, for no particular reason. And then, oh, no, misclick. At least I get a refund these days, instead of just saying, haha, there goes your chance. I'll be keeping that money, which is what the game did originally. Alright, for continuity of the road, I'll make it like that. And then we're gonna head this way. First need to go to Lommel and then to Genk. So straight line-ish to Genk. Okay, that's a bit expensive. I'll just go for the 290,000. And then where do I need to drop it off here? Where do you want your food delivered? There. All right. So pretty much in the middle of town, that's 1. And over here. Okay. These gentlemen. Once you have visited stop 3, I want you to go to stop 4. So you're going to drop it off there. Actually, you're going to drop it off on terminal 3. Then I want to have 1 line which travels from Lommel North to here. So this is... Oh, what was that town again? Lommel Food Supply. That is cargo, so it's supposed to be dark, I think. Although this one doesn't follow the same convention. Oh well. That's 1. And then another one from here to there. And that was Genk. G&K food supply. And I didn't name this one properly. LOM. LOM dash food supply. And then there's one that I haven't colored properly. Alright, where's my cargo? Or here. Here are my vehicles. Right, let's go with 2 cars for each town. The hell? What am I not seeing? Oh, okay. So now it works, apparently. Maybe I was too zoomed in. That's the Lommel line. And that's the... There you are. G&K. Genk line. Good. So, the vehicles that are coming... Oh, yes, no, you're right. The vehicles that are coming back... Wait, why are you bringing grain back? Oh, yes, my bad. This won't work. Because I am trying to pick up food here. Whereas they shouldn't be picking up food. Because they're going to here. So I'm making a mistake. I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go back. Yeah, this won't do. So Lommel North is out. I'll just have to set up a separate line that does that. Configure. More cargo. So I'm definitely going to need that. This drop-off point is fine. Although for synchronicity I'll make it a bit bigger. I need to have one line that just does this. Very straightforward. Bring bread. LOM food stash supply. Let's call it like that then. That's going to be about, I think, 6 vehicles. Maybe 8. Let's go for 8. LOM food stash supply. Go. We should immediately see effects. There we are. And Weert also have 53 food. Let's see, what am I using to get to Weert? Oh, I'm using horse-drawn carriages. Yeah, that's a bit outdated, don't you think? Upgrade it. How's Weert doing? 61, 31 supplied. I can also make this thing bigger. And also use it to supply Valkenswaard. I think that food factory can do that. I think it has enough capacity. Straights. From here. Straight north. And I want a small truck stop in the middle of town. Lommel North to Valkenswaard. VAL food supply. Color black. That's one of the empty trucks. You're still bringing grain back. You're not bringing anything back. Oh, it's a bit busy here. Oh, crap. I don't have enough terminals. Alright, terminals. I want the food supply stash on Terminal 1. Really? Oh well. Where are my food supplies vehicles? Nothing? These are just the grain drop-offs. I can see the game is starting to lag, and it's only 1914. This is not a good sign. This is really not a good sign. Anyway, what I can do with these new towns is just bring them in. Just tie them together. So a bus line starting in Helmond, Eindhoven, or actually no, a big tram. Why would I make it a bus? Because this is bound to be a big town eventually. They just don't know it yet. What they also don't know is that they're about to get a new main street. It's going to run right through the middle of town. Towns, actually. Not just the one. Yeah, that's way too expensive. Alright, what I should have done is had the selector automatically on, which enabled a tram track to be built. But I forgot about that, so my mistake. Yeah, I'll just head off the main line for a bit. So I'll have one stop over there. And one stop that covers most here. 2 stops there. For future expansion, I can always use the additional positions there. And this one should be enough, I think. I might use a bus there, though. Yeah, I'll set up a bus tram station at the edge of town. I think 1 and 1 should be fine for the moment. Keeping a bit of room for potential expansion in mind. This bit and another double station there. Long tram line actually. 1, 2, reddish, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, you're not going to go back there. Well, I could go back there again. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back there again, because if people from Helmond only want to get to Eindhoven, right now they can't. So that means that I'll also have to upgrade this part. And then pretty much get back to that main line as quickly as possible. So just a straight big street, electric. Alright. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 here. After 7, I still need you to hit this one. And then we're done. Alright, since I quite liked having a depot at the edge of it, I'm going to do that again. Tram depot over here. Almost collides with that street over there, but it's just about fitting. And the CE2/2 is still the fastest one. Let's go for... Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's go for 3. That's line 1. And that is... How am I going to call this one? VAL to HEL tram. Long tram line. Hopefully profitable. Overall, I'm definitely profitable because I'm already looking at a bank account of 10 million. So that is going really quite well. I'm actually considering saving up to build my own industry. But those cost 30 million or 15 million for a base plant. And I'm actually getting quite close to that. Let's clean up a bit of this stuff. Let's see. Could I provide my big conglomerate of towns here with anything that they need? Because I'm shipping a bit of food, but it's only reaching Haarlem. And aside from that, not much. Oh, look at that. 1,100 people. Yeah, there's a lot of food stacking up here. 25 and 25. There's only 25 food going to Amsterdam New West. But... you could also argue that it's just not even getting there. Food. Food. If I want to get food over here, I would need meat. I could do that in two different ways. I think I can either use a fishery here. That's 15 million to build. And I know it's not going to be terribly profitable to set up these 3 factories close together. So I might have them at a bit of a distance to make sure I can at least transport. And then at least get a bit of cash out of it. But then with that and this upgradable, I can get quite a lot of food delivered to these towns. Although Amstelveen and Amsterdam New West are the only ones who actually want food. Speaking of food, here is the food. Albeit far less than I had expected. This one at least is running profitable again. That ship. This one should drop off and be profitable as well. And over here, well, I guess they're just using it as an intermediate station. A connecting part of Haarlem, maybe. Speaking of, the Haarlem tram is a bit overwhelmed. There's only 1 vehicle moving on there. And not much. That's 11 capacity. I think we're going to have to get at least 8 on there. With 8, I should have enough traffic going both ways. Now I know that my trains still need work, but the tech level is just such small increments that it's really not worth it. I don't want to spend too much time on that. Over here I had everything connected. I had all of these towns connected. Let's see how those smaller transport lines are doing. This one only had what? 1? 2 trams. But they seem to want to have at least 2 more. Let's duplicate that. Over here. Out Beierland also has 1 tram. Which is not nearly enough. Replace. In case you're wondering why I'm only picking this one. Well, it seems to have good speed and good capacity. And it's not terribly expensive. So I like that as an overall mid area. I know that for, let's say, role-playing purposes it's not great, but whatever. This is what I'm going to go with. Why are you not upgrading these 2 trams? There we are. That should speed along the transport from this to the Kruisstraat, which I think is here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. So that means that we're transporting more people to the shipyard, or to the dock. But we don't have enough ships. The ships themselves haven't progressed a whole lot, because it's still only 1914. And I still only have small docks. I could upgrade them to Schaffhausen to have a bit more capacity, a bit more speed. And overall, they will run a bit more expensive, but hopefully the capacity will make up for it. That's the grain ship, which is not running profitable. Okay. That is not quite what I was expecting from that ship. It is running profitable. It's just that the game doesn't really tell you. Because the time scale says that every once in, let's say, 2 periods, it brings in a lot of cash. But it's just not... Yeah, this whole story is... This is not telling the whole story. If you look at the time scale, let's say for just the past 4 years, the ship has brought in about, let's say, 1 million. And has cost me 187, 188, let's say about 600,000. So yes, it is profitable, but because the trips are so infrequent, it is, according to the game, not profitable. That's a bit of misinformation there. Could I upgrade this line further, I wonder? Because I seem to have an abundance of supply and not an abundance of transport capacity. What I'm using here are ships which can transport 90. But I already have access to the Vandal, which can do 130. Capacity, that is. Once again, it only upgraded 1. Upgrade Vandal. There you go. Alright, so these are our new Vandals. Capable of transporting 130 barrels of crude. And then, oh, before you get here, and before you take off with, where are you going? Zierik's oil fuel. This one takes oil and drops it off, or brings fuel back. Before you pick up a new hull, I want you to be transferred in, or transformed into one of these as well. So you're also a Vandal now. It's turning into quite the bustling hub of activity here. Oh, did that just remove all of the fuel that it had? Yeah, I think it did. I think it just wasted a shipment of fuel there. Crap. Over here, ship 5 is... yeah, that's the passenger ship. That takes the long route from Schiedam all the way to Upper Kamperland. How about extending that? Including Middelburg, Vlissingen and Breskens. And Zeebrugge potentially. Let's extend that line. It's already running profitable. And especially once I get faster ships, this is going to be all the more fun. So, over here. I think one can cover almost everything. Yeah, pretty much. Then a passenger harbor. Large ships. 700,000? You kidding? If you're gonna play it like that, then I'll do the installation of the bigger dock manually. This is gonna cost me... no, it's gonna refund me 75 even. Then I can add the large dock for... oh. So the large dock is the most expensive part. 450,000. Right. Okay, so maybe the game this time around was not trying to screw me out of my money. Maybe this time around it actually knew what it was doing. That's a tram track, which is not terribly bad. I can just use this as a tram. One depot, no, not a depot. A bus stop here. And then a tram depot here. Pick up and drop off. Middelburg tram. And adjust that one color-wise to this. Set up a tram. Just the one. You know what? Okay, fine. I'll take another one. The Moscow F. Right, the last stop was here. And is now going to be a little further. So that's after stop number 6. I want you to hit that one. And then go back. Next, however, we're going across the water. And we're going to land here. It's a short hop for these ships, but I think there will be demand because the towns are still relatively close together. And that might cause people to want to get from one side to the next. Just hope I can get up this slope. Yeah, sort of. Doesn't seem like the most comfortable tram line, but it works. Buildings. 2 here. 1 here. Just up the main road. Upgrade that. Yeah, it seems to be connected. And then here. Done. Alright, and this part is actually lending itself quite nicely for a tram depot. Couple of new trains. Oh, maybe build a line first. Set up a line, start here. Go to here. Go to here. And go back. And that's all. Done. Alright, tram's already on the move. Could I connect more towns? If I had hovercraft, I would say yes, and I would probably make either Middelburg or Breskens a big terminal. But right now, it's really not that tempting, because every ship transports at least 110 people. And I can transport a lot of people, but I don't think it's going to be that many. There. Pretty straightforward. And the rest, I'll just do by ship. Or by car. Whoops. Country road over there. Also to try and create even more demand for the ship that I just built. 2 there, 2 there. And Terneuzen is... It's not great. I won't use this anyway. So I might as well build a road over it. And bring that into here. Oh, crap. The one time I forget to build buildings, the other time I forget to build lines. This time it's the latter. Just the one. Let's see. You are... this is Breskens, BRE to... Say Brugge, was it? No, sorry, it's just Breskens tram. This one doesn't do anything. And neither does this one. Alright, just from the start. New line. Let's extend this a bit further and make this a terminal station. Need to expand one more part of the road. Breskens tram. Do I still need this stop? Yeah, I kind of do. Here, and then there still needs to be another stop here. Because after that one, I still want you to go back to here. So 3, 4, 5, and so forth. Over here, I'm also going to set up a terminal. It will cause the removal of, well, hopefully just this one building. And I'm going to remove these bus stops. Yeah, I know you're unhappy with that. That means that this is going to be stop 1. This is going to be stop 2. Stop 3, 4. So this one's gone. And that one's gone. After number 5, I want you to come back to here. And then just continue to loop. Because now I can tie this into the line that goes all the way over here to Terneuzen. So this is BRE. I'm not even sure if we already have TER. No, not yet. Alright, color change. And then set up a road depot. I can do that here. This is more towards the middle. The other line, I still think I need to rename that. I had not set it up yet. Waiting for the autosave to complete. Okay, start. Oh, how many new lines have I started now? A bunch. Starting here, going there, going here, going back. That was a different shade of red again. There. BRE to ZEE. 2 buses each direction. So 2 going this way. And 2 going the other way. So we're going to have a terminal here, there, and there, which might be a bit much. But at least we'll have no shortage of passenger stops. Then I can also tie these towns together. There's still a lot more to, well, try to bring into the fold here, but that's not gonna all happen this episode. It's too much work. I cannot pull that off. Alright, actually I'm gonna stop the episode here. I don't want it to crash again and cause me to lose a whole bunch more work. I hope you understand that. In 2 days I'll be back. I do these on Mondays, Wednesdays and Saturdays, in case you're wondering when the next episode is going to be. So that's going to be Wednesday. Unless you're watching this episode much later, in which case the next one will already be available. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you have any good ideas, then by all means, supply those in the comments down below. And above that, I'll see you guys soon for the next episode.